won't get these joints out here. I got money so they put it in the bag. I'm pulling off all the tags and pulling off in the jag. Fuck being broke, cause broke niggas is mad. Get a job with your broke ass and get it out the hoe's ass. I go fast when I'm riding through the city lights. I'm from the Bay, West Coast with your city like new nice fresh jeans and a snapback.
Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe, so you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want that extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. Period. All right, y'all, let's jump into this story time. Y'all already know what it is. If y'all be paying attention to my community tab, I told y'all to go check out that playlist of Cray Cray, so y'all can get caught up on everything that has been going on with me and Cray Cray. Now this series right here is an 8-part series, and this is the finale of me and Cray Cray, like how we officially ended. And when I tell y'all, in a span of 7 months, how crazy things was. Really, it was like 5 months, but we just gonna warm it up and then think this, like, by the end of this story time, y'all gonna be like, Shayla, how did you not stop talking to him here? How was there 8 parts? Look. I don't know what it was about Cray Cray. Cray Cray was a narcissist. He lacked empathy, and he was a master manipulator. He knew how to suck me in just enough to where I was hooked on him and I couldn't get enough of him. But I knew I did not like him. But a part of me just could not let him go. When I would be sad or crying or anything, y'all, like, he did not care. Like, he got a kick out of it. If y'all did not go watch the story times, please click off of this, go click on them, watch all of them, and then come back. This will be here. Okay, go watch all of that. All right, y'all, so me and Cray Cray hadn't been talking for a minute. I was talking to Delusional and he had my attention. Now, this was before me and Delusional got into a relationship. This is when me and him was still kind of just dating. Now, this was after the situation where Cray Cray popped up at my house when Delusional was still there. Like I said, if you did not go check out that Cray Cray playlist, you need to go check that out so you know some of the things that I'm gonna be talking about. Okay, so some months had passed. Like, the whole situation where he popped up at my house with Delusional was there. That was like more so in like the summer, beginning of fall. Now it's like moving into November, December. I hadn't been talking to Cray Cray for a couple months. So as we get into November, Delusional, he just started, I had red flags with both of them, and I was just, dumb. He was just getting a little bit too clingy. He was just not wanting to go home. He was always wanting to be at my house. And it was just like, you cool, like, we having fun, we vibing, but I got other niggas that I talk to, and you want to be up under me too much. Like, I just, you know what I mean? It was because we was neighbors. And this, I never date nobody who lived near me, close to me, neighbor, nothing close. Ever, never, ever again. So I kind of just started ghosting him because it was just like, space, go home. Like, you don't have nothing going on and I got other stuff going on. Like, I can't keep all my focus on you. Like, I don't want to do that. So for like a good couple of weeks, I'm just not talking to nobody. I wasn't talking to Delusional, and I wasn't talking to Cray Cray. I was talking to some other dudes that I was talking to, but not too much. I wasn't kicking with nobody. I was just enjoying peace. I just wanted a little bit of peace because of all that crazy stuff that had happened. So like a week before Thanksgiving, Cray Cray had reached out to me, and I don't know why I answered the phone. I never should have answered that goddamn phone call. I get on the phone with him. He's sweet talking me. He telling me how he got a ring for me and that he ready to get engaged and he want to marry me and start a family with me, and he just want me back and to please forgive him. And y'all, what I do, I forgave him. It sounded just so good. I was just like, okay, he sound like he didn't learn his lesson. He understand the value of me. And it sounded like he really do want to really, take things to the next level and not this situationship. So like a couple days after we talk, he pull up on me. We just kicking it because I told him he couldn't come back in my house right away because I needed to just see if he was just on that crazy. But he pulled up on me. We kicked it in his car. We drove around, and you know, y'all, he seemed pretty level-headed. He wasn't talking all crazy and saying all that, you know, wild stuff that he would usually be saying. Like, we have a really good conversation. So he dropped me off, and then after that, boom, we back on. Like, we talking every day. We on the phone every day. We on FaceTime every day. Thanksgiving come, and you know, he spent time with his family. I spent time with my family, but we got on the phone with each other. And then he was asking me, because he was trying to get his own place, he was asking me if I knew somebody who did check stubs. And I was like, yeah, I do know somebody who do check stubs. So I connected him with the girl who did the check stubs. And I think he tried to get at her, and she was like, nah, like, this is business only, strictly business. And so, you know, she didn't want to work with him at first. And then he came to me, he was like, oh, because he had sent her the money already, because she was like one of them ones, like, she required a deposit, and then when she was done and everything checked out, like, she would send you like a proof, not like the whole thing, I don't know, something like that, and then you sent the rest of the money or whatever. So he had sent her some of the money, and I guess that little situation, something had happened between them. He came to me and was like, yeah, she didn't make me the check stubs. She took my money and didn't make me the check stub. So I hit her up and I was like, hey girl, you know, I sent my little boo thing over there to, you know, get the stubs, like, what's going on? She was like, girl, no, he was being weird. So I told him I didn't want to work with him because I'm professional, like, strictly business. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, can you please just do the check stuff for him? Like, you know, this is on me, I'll talk to him. So I talked to him. I was just like, well, she told me you was trying to, like, be unprofessional. He was like, man, no, she took it the wrong way. All I was trying to tell her was she was pretty and she had a nice body, that's it, and she took it the wrong way. And I was just like, yeah, that's unprofessional. If you're trying to get a service out of someone, you don't need to compliment them like you're doing too much. I'm like, she gonna do the check stubs, but just get the check stubs, pay her the rest of the money, and calm down. I'm like, see, this is why I don't be talking to you, because you be low-key doing some weird stuff and you expect me to want to deal with you, and this is the kind of stuff you be doing. He was like, Shay, it's not even like that, it's not even like that. I was just telling her she pretty, it's not even that serious. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So that had passed, and he had got approved for his place, and he was going to be moving into his place in December. So he packing up, and you know, he's leaving out because he was staying with his mom still in Oakland. He was moving to I think he moved to, let's just say, another city. I don't even want to get into all of that. He was moving to another city that was kind of far. So as Christmas is coming up, I was just like, are we gonna celebrate Christmas together? If not, like, let's still do something either before or after Christmas. He was like, all right, you know, I want to get you some gifts, and I want to, you know, have this special time with you and just celebrate you and appreciate you. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, from my understanding, what he's saying, like, we gonna do gifts and, you know, make it special. So Christmas comes, I spend Christmas with my family, he spent Christmas with his family. He was supposed to come the day after Christmas, but when I called him, y'all, he wasn't answering the phone. So finally, when I got back on, when he finally answered the phone and we talked, mind you, that whole next day, I didn't hear from him. Like, I'm calling him, texting him, no response. So then that next day, which would have been the 27th, he called me. He was like, Shay, I was in the hospital, I wasn't feeling good, and my ex had to take me to the hospital. She always got to take him to the damn hospital. Like, he don't got other family members around that got a car. I don't know, but whatever. So he was like, don't be mad at me, nothing going on. She was just the only one that was around, and I needed to go to the hospital. So I'm like, okay, even though you got a car and even though you could call 911. Okay, but I just tried to ignore it because I'm just like, okay. So he was just like, you know, I'm going to pull up on you on New Year's Eve, and let's just spend New Year's Eve going into the new year together. Y'all, when I tell you, I made him custom lanyards of like his sister who had passed and his cousin who had passed. I had made him customized lanyards with their pictures in it, and I had written like special things that he used to always say about them on it with their dates, and it was like glow in the dark, and he can like hang it in his car, and then, you know, in the dark it'll glow and stuff. decked it out. Like, I had made him some really dope stuff. I had made him some lanyards. What else did I make him? I made something else I cannot think of. If I remember, I'll come back and do it in a voiceover. So I'm so excited to, you know, go into the new year with him. You know, we have been talking and he did seem better, you know, more level-headed and not so cray-cray. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it a chance and just see where things go. But I'm very excited because he's telling me he's getting me all these things and he can't wait for me to open my gifts. So I'm like, oh my God, like, this is the cray-cray I like. Like, y'all, he was being so nice and calm and chill and not all rah intense. So I'm just like, okay, we're going on a good path right now. Everything is going smooth, like, cool. It was a little bumpy a little bit, but you know, everything's going cool. Mind you, Delusional had been hitting me up and I had been ignoring him because I was just like, look, me and my little situation shit, we try, you feel me? Like, I can't deal with you right now. So boom, New Year's Eve come, y'all, he pull up on me. And you know, he had brought me food and we just chilling. Y'all, he was just being so lovey-dovey. And one thing about Cray Cray, he is not a lovey-dovey type of person. Like, sometimes he will be, but we never just was lovey-dovey for hella long. Like, it'd be, we lovey-dovey and like 5-10 minutes in, all right, move. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he would just get like groggy. So we just like really vibing and he all up on me, I'm all up on him. Did we take pictures? I think I was taking pictures in the mirror. I will post some of the pictures up on the screen. I was taking pictures in the mirror and I'm just like so excited for us to open the gifts. So finally he was like, you open your gifts first and then I'm gonna open my gifts. So I opened my gifts, y'all. He had got me like perfume and shoes and clothes, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just excited because even though Cray Cray, when he first got his money, he was giving me money and we went on that trip and he was buying me stuff here and there. Like, he never bought me like thoughtful stuff. Like, it was things that I had told him that I like, perfume that I like, clothes, shoes that I like. It wasn't just random stuff. So I'm like, okay, he been paying attention, he been listening, he got all my sizes right and everything, and he didn't even ask me. So I'm like, okay, you know, this is good. This is really good. This is really good. Like, we're on a good path. Like, I'm so happy. I love my gifts. So I have him open his gifts, y'all, and immediately when he saw his gifts, like, he just started crying. Like, oh my God, it was just like a really special moment and I really thought like we was gonna be able to work things out. Y'all, so anyways, I had got him some other stuff too. I think I had got him some like Nike Techs and some Air Maxes, and I made him something else. I just cannot think of it. When I think of it, I'm gonna let y'all know. We stayed up literally all night just talking about, like, you know, things we want to work on ourselves, things we want to work on in our relationship. And, you know, he was just basically telling me that he ready to just be talking to me. He only want me talking to him. Like, we should cut off everybody else that we're talking to and just focus on each other. And I'm like, yes, see, this is what I've been wanting. Like, I am so happy. I'm so excited that, like, you're finally ready to actually be in a relationship and not the situationship, and we can claim each other, you know, because that's what I have been waiting for. That's why I had stopped talking to him, because he didn't want to be in a relationship, and I was at the point where either we're going to be in a relationship or we're not, because you want me to be a girlfriend to you, but you don't want to be a boyfriend to me. Y'all, Cray Cray, even though he never asked me to be his girlfriend, he did not like me talking to other people, but he was talking to everybody and their mama, but was trying to say he wasn't, but he was. He had brought a bottle. New Year's had came. We did the countdown, everything. We popped the bottle. We kissed and everything. So it was like, okay, we didn't seal the deal. We in a relationship. Like, we went into the new year together. We're happy. We talked. We hashed things out. We didn't pop the bottle. Like, everything was going so smooth. So y'all, we go to sleep. We didn't do the do or nothing because we was just like, let's wait on that. Like, let's just take sex out of the situation. Let's just bond and then we'll eventually get there. But like, let's do things different this time. So I go to sleep. He cuddling on me, go to sleep. Y'all, I'm sleeping so good, so peaceful. the next thing I know, I wake up the next day. Y'all, when I wake up, Cray Cray got a pew pew pointed at me. And he's like, wake the fuck right now. And I'm like, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Like, I'm dreaming right now. Like, this cannot be what my reality is right now. Like, y'all, I'm like stunned because I'm just like, I got to be dreaming. Like, why would he be pointing a pew pew at me while I'm asleep, yelling at me to get up? And it's like, I think it's like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. Crack of dawn. Mind you, Dylan is either with my mom or his dad. He's not here. So I'm just like, are you okay? He like, get the fuck up right now. And I'm like, bro, like, what is you doing? I'm like, put your pew pew away. Like, what the hell is going on, y'all? Like, I'm like discombobulated. Like, I'm still laying down trying to figure out, like, am I still tripping? Am I dreaming? Like, is this a nightmare or something? He like, get up right now. So y'all, I hop about the bed and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, put your pew pew up. Like, why do you got your pew pew at me? Like, y'all, just imagine waking up and there's a pew pew like right in your goddamn face and somebody yelling at you, telling you to get up. I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the is wrong with you? Like, bro, like, did you take some of the stuff? You feel me? Like, is you on one? Like, is you tripping? Did you have a bad dream? Like, what's going on? Y'all, this man was like, did you give me an STD? You gave me an STD. I know my body. I have an STD. I'm like, Cray Cray, are you crazy, psycho, mentally unstable, mentally ill, or all of the above? Me and you haven't dealt with each other in months. What are you talking about? Did I give you an STD? Like, I don't know what it was with Cray Cray. He was like, him and STDs. I don't know, y'all. It was crazy. And I'm just like, bro, me and you haven't did anything in months. How could I have gave you an STD? Y'all, he's like, because the last time we did it, you probably had an STD and it's just now catching up with me because I'm a man and our bodies is different and it take longer for an STD to show up and us have symptoms. And I'm just like, bro, from the last time me and you did something up until now, I didn't got tested. I get tested every 3 to 4 months, okay? And if I feel any type of way after I do something with a dude, I'm going immediately to get tested. I'm like, I've been tested. I don't have anything. I could pull up my chart, okay? You can see my chart and see from the last couple of months that I had got tested, I don't have nothing. I think I had just got tested in like either like October or November. So I'm just like, bro, you're hella tripping. I'm like, bro, mind y'all, boom, still at me. He still got the pew pew pointed at me. So I'm like, bro, put that shit away. I'm like, you're tripping. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. He like, man, no, this is why I shouldn't have came over here. I knew I shouldn't have started talking to you again. You a grimy, blah, 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 beep, 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 cussing me out. And I'm just so confused because I'm just like, bro, me and you have not did anything in months. How do you wake up out your sleep and assume you have an STD? So I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's going on here. Are we in the goddamn Twilight Zone? But all I know is if you don't get that up out my face, I'm gonna call my family up over here and we gonna have a problem. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Call whoever you want. Call whoever you want. I said, all right. He was like, wait, nah, because this is between me and you. You always want to threaten to call somebody on me. And I'm just like, bro, you gotta point it at me. I'm confused at why you're confused at why I'm confused about why I'm about to call somebody, because you ain't put it down yet. We've been arguing for like 5 minutes now, going on 5-10 minutes, and you still got your pew pew out. Like, if you don't get what you want out of me, you're gonna off me with, because like you're close range. Like, he on one side of the bed, I'm on the other side of the bed. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what makes you think you got an STD? He was like, cause my feel weird. And I'm just like, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you. Me and you haven't like did anything. I don't know. I'm so confused, y'all. I'm just so lost. I'm just like trying to stay calm, but I'm like going off on him, but I'm trying to keep it cool because he got a thing pointed at me. I don't know if it's loaded. I don't know if the safety on. I don't know. Oh my God, y'all. So finally, he didn't put it away, but he put it down and he sat on the bed. He was like, man. And I'm just like, bro, who you been messing with? Because we haven't had relations, sir. Like, out of all the people, like, maybe was you messing around with your ex? Y'all, why would I say that? Why would I say that? Y'all, he jumped back up. He like, what the you say, bitch? I left out critical information, so let me run this down to y'all. So tell me why the whole time he got the pew pew, facing and pointing at me, y'all. I didn't even realize the psychopath narcissist had my iPad, like, cuffed under his arm on the other side. See, what Cray Cray would do was take my iPad and go through my iPad to read all my messages in my phone, because I had changed my password to my phone, but I always left my tablet open because Dylan would use my tablet. So that was another reason why he was mad. So he had seen that I was talking to other people, which is like, how are you mad that I'm talking to other people? Me and you haven't been talking for months. That's when he kind of found, well, he knew already that I was talking to Delusional, but he didn't know who Delusional quite was. I think when he was going through my tablet, I think he had seen a picture of me and Delusional, and that's probably what really set him off on the deep end. But I guess something was, I don't know, y'all. All I know is he threw that motherfucker at me at some point, and it was just a lot going on. This whole situation was very traumatizing. I'm sure it's like so much stuff I'm gonna leave out, and I'm gonna have to come back and do voiceovers when I'm listening to me, record. When I'm listening to the playback editing. But yeah, y'all, he had, threw the iPad at me and was like, oh, you probably effing all these dudes, and you gave me an STD a couple months ago, and it's just now showing up in me. And it's just like, bro, no. You got it from somebody else, Pookie. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just, look, I'm like, look, all I know is you need to get your shit and leave. I was just like, look, I don't got time for this shit right now. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Mind y'all, this is when I still worked at the call center. And did I go have work that day? I don't know if I had work that day, because some days we did work holidays. But I think I was telling him, like, I'm either about to have to start work soon or go get my son soon or something. I made up something. I cannot remember, y'all, but I know I was trying to tell him something to get him up out of my house. Because at this point, it's like, me and you don't even need to have a conversation. Like, this conversation is over. There's no way I gave you an STD between the last time me and you did something and now. We haven't did anything. You're crazy. You're lost your goddamn mind. And I knew better than to answer that goddamn phone and start talking to you, because this is the kind of crazy stuff that you be doing. Y'all, he didn't want to leave. So I'm just like, bro, get your stuff and leave. Get your stuff and leave. Like, I'm not about to do this with you. Get your shit and leave. And I know, y'all, I know. Like, in the moment, I was just so mad. But now that, like, y'all, when I was dealing with, like, Cray Cray at that time, like, I was emotionally unstable. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was literally emotionally unstable. There would be times where, like, me and Cray Cray would get into it, and then I would cry hysterically and block him, and then call him, blowing up his phone, trying to get back with him, because now I'm upset that I didn't told him I didn't want to talk to him, but I do want to talk to him. Like, y'all, I was literally mentally unstable. So even though Cray Cray was doing crazy stuff, I was doing a lot of crazy stuff too. Don't get me wrong. because we had a very crazy, just toxic, everything was just crazy and toxic. But he was driving it. It fueled him for me to be crazy. It made him excited and act more crazy. Like, he loves seeing me upset. If y'all didn't watch the already story times I did on Cray Cray, there was a story time that I told about him where he told me something about a STD, and I was crying because I'm just like, why would you tell me that you could possibly have an STD and you didn't tell me, and then you had, and I was like literally crying my eyes out. And do y'all know he picked up the phone to record me? It was like laughing. Diabolical. He needs to be arrested. So yeah, like Cray Cray is a very unstable creature. But anyways, y'all, I'm just like, bro, you gotta get up out of here. I don't know how I talked him into leaving, but y'all, he's walking towards the door. So I'm just like, bro, I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, this is too crazy. This has gone too far. You pulled a pew pew out on me in my sleep. So he turned around. He was like, I'll shoot right now. So I'm like, do it, do it, do it, do it. Whatever you gonna do it. Whatever's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Do it. Y'all, I'm like in his face, because at this point, like, I'm mad. Like, how dare you come in my house? And you brought a pew pew in my house and didn't even tell me, for one. Didn't even tell me. You pointed it in my face, woke me up out my sleep with it, pointed in my face. Are you... Oh, okay. Crazy. Like, insane. Like, are you mentally clocked in? Because this is crazy. Like, I feel like, y'all, he did this on purpose. Because how all of a sudden you wake up and you feel like you got an STD. He said his thing was tingling. Maybe you had to goddamn pee. Y'all, he drank so much soda. So I'm like, maybe it's because you been drinking soda. Anyways, y'all, we in my living room. We're going back and forth arguing. And he got the thing point blank at my head. And I'm like, do it, do it, do it. Because I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this. I'm crying and stuff. I'm yelling. And he was like, man, you lucky I respect your mama and I respect your son. Ow, And y'all, he like, with the thing. And I was like, man, you get the out my house. Y'all.
Commercial break. Like, look up at the screen. Look how good I look. Okay, period. And don't say nothing about my lace. I know it was a little orangey. I did fix it. It do not look like that, but my hair still lays. So don't do me. Don't try me. I'm learning. I'm getting there. But y'all, so funny. At this particular time when me and Cray Cray getting into it, why the neighbors downstairs was getting into it as well. If y'all didn't watch the Crazy Neighbor series, I promise you, you're in for a kiki. Go back and watch that series after you done with this, and after you done watching my Cray Cray playlist. Go watch the Crazy Neighbor playlist if you need something to watch. It's hilarious. You're gonna be laughing because I was drunk in all them videos. But yeah, continue.
He leave out. I sit on my couch. And I'm just like, I know this is not reality right now. Like, me and my baby daddy didn't even go through this. Me and my baby daddy went through crazy stuff, but we ain't ever went through nothing like this. This is insane. You're not even my boyfriend. You was for a couple hours. Now, we only lasted a couple hours. Like, why did you come over here and we had all this special time and you asked me to be your girlfriend just for you to wake up and accuse me of something and put up to my head? Y'all, I was literally flabbergasted. Like, I'm just sitting on my living room couch crying, just trying to understand what just happened, because I didn't understand. I'm just like so confused. I'm just crying like, is this real? Like, Peach, like, is this a dream or is this reality? Because there's no way There's no way that this just happened. But this just happened. And oh, y'all, like I said, this is a 8-part series. So yeah, I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as well, because yeah, this ain't the end. This was just the beginning. Just the beginning. This the tip of the goddamn iceberg on all the crazy stuff that Cray Cray will proceed to do. Wait. Okay, y'all. So just so y'all can understand the order of these story times, and I'll try to put it in a way to where things are in order. So the story time I told where Cray Cray popped up while Delusional was in my house, that happened. Then this story time I'm telling now happened. Then right after that, February, me and him had made up, got back cool. I know, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We spent Valentine's Day together, but he ruined Valentine's. If y'all go watch that story time, y'all understand what happened. And then right after that, that's the incident where my black car had messed up, and that car was down, and I had to pee in a cup because I had got stranded on the side of the freeway. That happened. And then after that, it was March, and then that's when I finessed him for the car, the new white car I had, and we went on that trip to Tahoe. We stopped talking, then we start talking again, then we went on the vacation, went wrong. That happened. Okay, so all those happened, and then the next story time I'm gonna tell is where we pick back up. I know it's a lot. It's toxic. I don't even know, y'all. I don't know. Something was wrong with me, ladies. Please do not ever get this far in a toxic relationship, because I literally could have lost my life, and I have a child, and I have people who love me and care about me. This was just way out of control.
Ladies, one thing I learned is these men, they hate us. They hate you. They don't like you. They're miserable, and misery loves company. And someone like Cray Cray, that is most likely a narcissist, feed off of making people not like themselves, and feed off of people being mad. They feed off of creating problems to affect other people, to then sit back and watch that person go crazy for their own enjoyment. These men hate you. They hate you. He hated me. There's no way he could have loved me and pointed a pew at my head. He could have literally took me out in my sleep, and I wouldn't even knew. I wouldn't have woke up. That man hated me. I think the only reason, like he said, really is why he did not take me out that day, because he was literally mentally, emotionally, physically unstable, was because he thought about how I had a kid. Also, Cray Cray was up money, lots of money. How are you still miserable when all you did was complain about how your life wasn't nothing because you didn't have money? You came into money and you still miserable. This is how you know money doesn't fix internal issues. Money can buy you a car. Money can buy you a house. Money can take you on that trip. Money can pay all your bills. But if you are not happy and do not fix what's going on within, no amount of dollar sign can fix that. You will still be miserable and do things like Cray Cray did. That man knew he hated me, but he just loved seeing me act crazy over him. Y'all, he would get excited with joy when I would act crazy, when he would say random crazy things, and then I'm upset and I'm all riled up. Y'all, I would see the pure evil in his eyes of joy and excitement. Ladies, please, if a man is treating you any type of bad, that nigga hates you. That nigga don't like you. He just know he can take all his pain and anger and misery out on you. and you gonna stay.
Okay, so just to give y'all a heads up on part 2, if y'all don't be watching my community tab, part 2 is gonna be dealing with him and another female. So stay tuned to hear how that shit show went. It's just gonna escalate even more. I know y'all think this right here, this story time was crazy, him pointing the pew pew at me. That is crazy. But things further escalate to heights I never would have thought anything in a like I just never thought I would be in this situation. Like, you know what I mean? Oh y'all, I didn't even show y'all my Nellies. Can y'all see they say Slim Shayla on the middle fingers? Slim Shayla. I'm gonna put some pictures and videos up. Oh my god, they're so cute to match my shirt. Ah, so cute. Oh, and I hope y'all like my hair. I did my hair, period. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, I'm back with the brown blonde. Y'all know it's my color. I eat it up every time. You know, I had to come with the curly before the summer end. You know, you feel me? Yeah. It's giving Beyonce. You know, bad just like Beyonce. Period. This is me. Period. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in part 2 of this Cray Cray series. So stay tuned. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe. But only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want that extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. Deuces.